Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains spoiler analysis discussion. So we did, a few days ago, get the summaries and the cast list for Episode 9. We also got the summary, not the cast list, that'll happen on Tuesday, for Episode 10, along with the episode titles of 11, 12, and 13. So we can kind of assume what's going to happen in these next 5 episodes. If you do not want any spoilers, click off this video right now. 3, 2, 1, here they are. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about this down below in the comments. So we have Episode 9, the Sought After Enemy. We have the preview for this episode where the duel is going to take place in Hell. You know, the red flames that Revolver kind of summons. I guess his data storm or his color scheme is the reason that we have the red outlook, and Kusanagi says this is literally like hell, the perfect environment for a life or death battle. That preview was awesome. And then I believe it's Yusaku saying to Revolver, I'm going to uncover your identity at the end of this duel no matter what. So that is another really interesting point that we are probably going to be able to get expanded on during this duel. Who is Revolver? A lot of people feel he's Kusanagi's younger brother. Who really knows? That is going to be so this duel is just going to be great. Here's the summary. In order to obtain the program that removes the virus that infected Aoi, Yusaku commences a duel against Revolver with AI, who is also known as Ignis, as a wager. Using the link monsters he's obtained in his previous duels, Playmaker was able to destroy Revolver's Cracking Dragon. However, the back and forth duel between them takes a new turn as Revolver activates a shocking skill. Here is the cast. It's a very small cast, which is a good thing because it means we're going to get a lot of good interaction between Yusaku and Revolver. It is Yusaku, the AI, Kusanagi, Emma, Akira, and Revolver. So very short cast list. I'm going to read you now the Episode 10 summary, and then I'll go over the titles for 11, 12, 13. Episode 10, Clash, Cyberse's Extermination. After activating a powerful skill and obtaining overwhelming power, Revolver launches a brutal assault and puts Playmaker on the defensive. Playmaker then uses Storm Access to obtain a card in order to turn things around. However, due to Revolver's tactics, the stage of their battle has moved to the inside of the Data Storm. Episode 11, the title for Episode 11 is The Roaring Gun Barrel Varel Load. And then Episode 12 is The Ironclad Guardian Dragon Firewall. Episode 13, Record of the Fierce Battle. And that will be the next 5 episodes. Now, we know for a fact, well, I guess we don't know anything for a fact, but we can make a very educated guess that this duel will run through episodes 9 and 12, potentially episode 13. This could be a 5-episode duel. We know for, again, pretty certainly that it will be at least a 4-episode duel. Now, if you want to go back and kind of compare it, we never had a 5-part duel in Zexal. We never had a 4-part duel or a 5-part duel, I believe, in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And in Arc 5, if you want to count the Zark one, I don't really count that because there were people swapping in. I believe that turned into like an 11-on-1. The Battle Beast was 5 episodes, but you had the Shun and Ruri one kind of interrupt it. And again, that wasn't a 1-versus-1 duel. That was like a 1-versus-5 duel. And you also had the Yuri and Yugioh duel, which lasted a while, but you had, people swapping in, and that duel was interrupted. So I don't really count any of those. So to me, Arc 5 never had a 5-part duel. The last time we had a 5-episode duel, you have to go back to Yusei vs. Zone, which was 137 to 141, I believe, off the top of my head. That was a 5-episode duel. And the time before that, Yusei vs. Kiadu Round 1, which is actually my favorite duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. We had, again, none in GX. And in Duel Monsters, we had quite a few. Yugi and Kaiba vs. Darts was, I believe, 6 episodes. And Yugi vs. Kaiba in the semifinals of Battle City was 6 episodes. Those are tied for the 2 longest duels in terms of episodes in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. We also had Yugi vs. Marek, which I believe that was 5 episodes as well. I think Yugi vs. Pegasus was also 5 episodes. So Duel Monsters actually had quite a few 5, 6-episode duels. But since Duel Monsters, in the last 5 shows now, including VRains, we have only seen a 5-part duel twice, and both of those times occurred in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. So very exciting stuff. And there's also some kind of interesting things going on here. First, we start with the Episode 9 summary where Revolver is activating a shocking skill, which you kind of figure is going to be Storm Access. At least that's what I thought it was going to be. But for that to be the case, Yusaku would have to get Revolver to less than 1,000 life points in the very first episode. I guess it's possible because we know Yusaku, based on him using Storm Access, is going to be in a situation where he's under 1,000 life points as well. That's the only way to use Storm Access. Maybe Revolver is able to use a different form of Storm Access where he doesn't need to be under 1,000 life points. I'm not really sure, but if Revolver activates his skill in episode 9 and Yusaku activates his skill in episode 10, the title for episode 12 is about Firewall Dragon. We know Yusaku's ace. And the title for episode 11 is Varel Load Dragon, which is not Revolver's ace. Revolver's ace is supposed to be Topologic Bomber. That was confirmed by an article that was his ace. That is a Cyburst Dragon. So it's kind of weird here. And I've always thought it was weird that Revolver, his ace was a Cyburst Dragon because he wants to destroy the Cybursts. We know Firewall is a Cyburst Dragon. I thought that he'd get Topologic Bomber after he kind of transformed to the good side, which that kind of would make sense, kind of like how all the signers got their dragons. I thought it would be very similar, where Revolver doesn't want to destroy the Cyburst now for whatever reason, and he gets Topologic Bomber. That could happen after this duel, and that's why he's using Varel Load as his ace right now, similar to how Yusaku has been using Decode Talker as his ace. But that's going to change, obviously. Episode 12, he's going to get Firewall Dragon. That's the title of the episode. So I don't know. Weird things are going on here. Also, if Yusaku pulls out that card in episode 10, that means he's not going to summon Firewall in episode 10 or 11? Or is he going to be able to get another card from Storm Access because they're in a data storm according to the episode 10 summary? I'm so thrilled for this duel. And I know a lot of people have been saying that, well, maybe not a lot of people, but a few people have been saying, oh man, I really just don't like long duels. They just take forever. I'm not even going to watch it until the duel's over. But you have to keep in mind, when we get long duels like this, we usually get great deposition and great character backstory. Think about the Kyoto versus Yusei duel, which was a 5-episode duel, the first time they dueled, where Kyoto realistically won. Technically, it was a no result, but I always considered that to be Yusei's one and only loss of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Think about, we knew nothing about Kyoto before that duel took place, and think about how much we knew about him, how much we learned about his character, about team satisfaction, about the past that Yusei and Crow, who we just got introduced to, and Kyoto and Jack all had together. That was brilliant storytelling. So it's not going to be 5 episodes of pure action. We're going to learn about Revolver's identity, hopefully in the middle of this duel, like we learned about Zone's identity during the Yusei vs. Zone duel. Zone was another character we knew barely anything about before him and Yusei dueled, and now in hindsight, think about how much we know about him. These duels are usually, when they're this long, build up the characters, especially characters we don't know much about, which in this case is Revolver, in extremely, extremely well fashion. And I'm sure that, you know, some of these episodes might only be 1 turn or 2 turns each, because they're going to be doing a lot of flashbacks and a lot of storytelling and a lot of backstory telling, and so I'm very excited for that. Who's going to win? I don't think this duel is going to have a result, which I would be very upset if it didn't, or if it does have a result, it might be a draw, because if Revolver wins, I don't think Yusaku's going to win. I know a lot of people say, well, Yusaku has to win. If he doesn't win, he loses Ignis. Aoi never wakes up. Revolver said that, you know, if Akira acquires Ignis, his sister will be dead, and she'll never wake up. Simple as that. But I think that maybe Revolver is going to win. And he's going to maybe during the duel have a change of heart and say, all right, I have Ignis. This is what I actually wanted. You can wake up Aoi. I really only needed to use her to get Ignis. I'm not going to keep her dead now that I have what I want, if that makes any sense. So a lot of people are saying Yusaku has to win because they're not going to kill off Aoi. But I still see a result where Revolver does win, and they still revive Aoi. They don't kill her off, per se. That's what I think is going to happen in this duel. I am leaning towards a no result / draw or a Revolver win. I really do not see Yusaku winning this duel. But then again, when the duels are this long, because Kyoto beat Yusei, so it's not a case where the hero characters always win. Very And even in the duel against darts, Kaiba lost his soul, but that was a little different. That was a 2-on-1. So I'm just so stoked for this duel. I'm so glad we have this duel coming up. Let me know all your thoughts on this duel, and more importantly, let me know your predictions about this duel. This duel is pretty much going to finish off the summer here. I think it's going to go to like mid-August, so this is pretty much the duel of the summer 2017. So let me know, at least if you're in the U.S., if you're in other countries or continents. I guess it's more like the winter for you, but in the U.S., it'll be known as the duel of the summer 2K17. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible day.